welcome to the Dragoon Network. I'm your host, Aiden the Funny, and we got two, hopefully, bangers for today. And our first one being TD versus RW. I'm your host, Aiden the Funny. What's up, what's up? Hope you guys are doing well and don't mind the huge light right behind my head, because I just noticed that that's probably a problem. Super excited to be back in the booth. Haven't casted in quite a bit. So, excited to hop back into things, and in a game versus Rogue Warriors, who are basically rebranded Pride, just with a couple of changes. Demi at quarterback, JBK, one of the goated captains, and, yeah, should be fun to watch them. They are yet to find a win, but, hoping to see them rally and possibly get something done tonight, because I'm a big fan of a lot of people who are on their team. And yeah. We also have the guy. Yeah, you're all good, Charlemagne. Don't worry about it. We're chilling. Here's the kickoff. Coin flip won by RW, so they will elect to receive. And we are all set to go. "16 minutes of gridiron to play. One team will come out victorious, and the other one will go back to their loss streak. It's the first play, starting off, going up the middle, but Alexander coming off of the edge and making the tackle. I'm not sure if that right tackle was ready. It looked like he was AFK. Or maybe I'm wrong. But it's Bobby Schmurda on the right tackle. JBK on the left, Charlemagne in the center. Raz out wide along with Knox, and Uncle SOCOM at running back. Dropping back, yeah, Bobby Schmurda is literally AFK, almost sacked. Demi passing it off to the right side. It is going to find the hands of Uncle SOCOM on that really deep comeback, and it looks like Bobby Schmurda is just straight up AFK. I don't know if they're going to pause, because that's a bit of an issue. But doesn't look like they are going to, so he's probably just coming back now. And here we go, 3rd and 4. Yes, he is back. Out to the left side, Wi-Fi busting on through, and all this pressure coming on the Charlemagne, and there's a big bat down from Taylor as he runs over there. Probably going to find the comeback on that left side, or short route, whichever that was. So that was a big knockdown, as they probably could have still gotten a gain on that play. 4th and 4 now for Demi. Coming back, 4-3 ran. Habibi covering the short route. Out of time. Demi throwing it deep. And he's able to find Knox. Getting past CJ on that left side. And that's a gain of 40. Knox's first catch this season. Making it a big one. Giving Rogue Warriors all the momentum here as they begin to move downfield. Wi-Fi coming way off the left side, and there's Taylor taking down Demi. Looking at Knox on that right side, but Clampa was all over him, clamping him up. This TD line, they're going with a 4-3 tech here, which a couple of teams are looking into just because we've been in 3-4 for such a long time, and it is starting to work out quite a bit. Knox able to slide up and get that one, and does turn that one into a positive gain. 6 yards to be exact. Knox already the most targeted receiver as of thus far. It's really Demi's only target he's really looked at. Now 3rd and 9. Looking around field, crossers on the right side, deep route on the left. Demi just overthrown once again. Knox. I mean, Knox is no doubt a great player. I mean, he's been on IP on the past. I think he's also been on SLM in the past. You know, Demi and him have a bit of a connection there. So possibly a bit of chemistry that they're targeting him again. But that's a big turnover. Knox not able to get the first down. Getting a gain of 8, but that is not 9. And now we're going over to TD's first possession. CJ all over him there. Comebacks are easy, but, you know, sometimes they do fail. That's going to be Habibi running it up the center, getting stuck on CJ for a while there, but he's able to finally get off. Or that was Alexander on the right side, sorry. But a big factor in TD's game is, of course, the run game. Did it a lot with Gardner and is certainly doing it a good amount with Habibi. Habibi, one of the most mobile quarterbacks in the game. And wide open is Clampa, but he's not going to bring that one in. Big sell there by Clampos. That goes over his head on the right side. And you know, Habibi, he's always had a distaste for running backs, and that may be the only chance that Clampa's going to get to catch the ball. Not because of that particular incident, but because he doesn't like running backs, and that's CJ wide open over the top of Raz. On the left side. A big catch for them, and this momentum is going right back to the Dragoons. As Habibi takes it up the left side and is going to slide on out. Could have kept going up, but Raz going to recover and get the tackle. An 11-yard gain for Habibi. 2 rushes going for first downs. And they're, again, definitely going to look to pound the rock a lot, and they're going up again. He jukes back, taken down by JBK after a little stutter. Now looking at 2nd and 7. Habibi out to the right side. Habibi looking for options. Wide open in the middle of the field to CJ. But he decides to take that for a run. He doesn't even gain anything. In fact, he loses yardage there. And that's going to be Charlemagne on the tackle. Up to the left side now. Has the open man on the left side, CJ. Gain of 10 there. First and goal now for TD. They have really not missed a beat going up here, and they're going to skip one there, though. As Clampo does end up actually coming over and blocking Habibi. And Bobby's going to take him down there. Bobby coming inside. Nice job stopping that run. But Habibi's going to get right up the middle this time, and that's going to be a Dragoons touchdown. Yeah, TD establishing that run game really early. Yo, what's up, Shia? Actually, that was the first score, which we will be putting up in a second here. That field goal is good. It is 7-0 Dragoons. So RW. They hit Knox on that deep ball, but other than that, TD's been putting up a good fight against them. That's for sure. Obviously not scoring yet, so the TD defense pretty tight here throughout the first quarter. And we'll see how they fare on the second drive. Demi going to go right up the middle once again on the first play. That is going to get yards this time, though. Demi taking it for a gain of 9. Clampa on the tackle. But a big thing in 4-3 leaves you susceptible up the middle. Because you can see that there's that gap, so if Wi-Fi is playing all the way to the left, that leaves Habibi and ISO, and that actually gives them a good opportunity to take it up. Meanwhile, we see a bit of a shenanigans there with Knox as they hand it off to him as the outside guy. You know, teams have been experimenting with running backs, but that one certainly goes sour. 3rd and 6 now. Demi dropping back. He's got a man going across the field. It's none other than Knox, but Knox not going to find spot, and CJ going to pick that up underneath for the interception. Yeah, I mean, Knox got really open there, but, you know, it's those crossbody throws that always hurt quarterbacks. They're hard to make, hard to kind of read the depth of sometimes. And it certainly showed there. Habibi taking that one up the left side for 6. Here are your stats for right now. Habibi, 42 rush yards. Good amount of attempts, and he's going to take it up the right side for 8. In this line, I mean, you do not want to get beat in the run game early, because that leaves you all sorts of paranoid for the second half. Gotta make sure they're staying steady here. Looks like Habibi's going to throw this one out to the left side! Ooh, it looked like a bit of an underthrow, but Klamba able to find the spot on that one over the top of Raz. 1st and 10 now, as they're right back in to Rogue Warrior territory. And, oh, he's able to bait in all the linemen in, and now he's taking it up the left side. Can Habibi make magic happen? He can't get the touchdown, but he can certainly get 16 yards there. A really nice gain, just baiting everyone inside and then bouncing right back out to the sideline, and that's just how those sorts of runs work. He makes Charlemagne miss there, but doesn't get too much more out of it. A 4-yard gain there. Certainly nice for the side of TD as they dominated that first quarter, and they're looking to go right into the second quarter doing the same thing. Out to the right side, 2 men on the right, but a perfect strike to Gucci. Jim going to bring it in for his first touchdown of the day. And a BB second. And TD is second. As they look to just put this in for the extra point. And yep, it is through and good. So that will make it 14-0 for the Dragoons. Now remember, they're getting the ball back at half. So, RW not in the best spot. Obviously, plenty winnable just because there's 12 minutes left in the game. But they do certainly need to show some more life on offense if, you know, they want to be convincing enough to have a chance to win this match. Now to the left side. Good amount of pressure on him, but Nox is going to get in. CJ with that dive. No one's near him on the field, so Nox is going to get plenty of yak here. And that is why you unbind the F key, ladies and gentlemen. CJ, one of the serial F key users. That is a bit of a flaw in his game plan, and it's a big part of many defenders. Just a big flaw in many defenders' gameplays, because, you know, the F key can be very tempting to press. But again, we do not touch the F key on comebacks, as then that can happen. Do not be tempted. Anyway, Demi with a good amount of room in front of him here, but is going to go to the left side and find Raz for the touchdown, his first of Season 2. Yeah, it was just a bit of a breakdown there. They weren't exactly in easy zones, and they had Habibi playing up, and with that QB spy, leaves those man assignments right for the picking, and Demi certainly picks one there. Just like that, RW strikes back. But it's those little things, it's those dives at comebacks that can set up those situations where the TDs are wide open and just give up a ton of yards like he did. Anyway, Habibi bouncing this out to the right side, going to get it down to the 29. Now looking at 1st and 10 for the Dragoons, still definitely with the momentum in their favor. RW trying to drag it on back. Taylor wide open deep on the lineman streak. They were not watching it. And Taylor, he's got room to behind him as he's strafing back into the end zone. But he trolls it. Uncle Socom catches up to him and he doesn't dive into the end zone. So Taylor... Oh, well, okay, maybe he planned that intentionally. But 1st and goal now. You know, it's looking pretty good for TD, but you know, 1 yard can sometimes be the hardest gain in Gridiron. But it's not going to be hard this time around. Gaining 1 yard twice, to be exact, and off a big lineman leak. Another thing that you just can't give up as a defense. Gotta make sure you have someone assigned to get those before it happens, or it is just doomed. As what just happened? What was that? Okay, that was, okay. New Gridiron moment just happened, so I guess... we'll just say 20. I don't know. Just playing it safe. I don't know what just happened there. Anyway, out to the right side. Demi going to get that one down to the 33. And RW starting off once again. Bit of a scuffle in the all chat as we go into this first play of Rogue Warriors' 4th drive, and it's going to be Uncle Socom on the out, going to be hitting that one. Jim just staying upright, making the tackle. Mere gain of 6. Still a good one, and certainly one that RW will take. As we near the halfway point in the 2nd quarter. Demi dropping back. Has a bit of time, goes out to the right, but it's an... Okay, well, I know I say don't dive, but on those, it's okay. It's not a comeback, so it's basically fine. Jim diving for the interception. And yeah, that was just tight coverage on top of Uncle Socom. They basically ran the same thing with Uncle Socom on that short route twice in a row. And they stop it this time. TD with a nice adjustment and wide open on the left side. I think that's Jim, and Jim's going to be able to catch that on top of Raz. Making 2 big plays in a row, and TD already back into the end zone. They are just dominating offensively. And a BB going to try and run it up for his third rushing touchdown. Not going to find the end zone, but does find a gain of 3. And he's able to take it in for the touchdown. His third rushing touchdown of the day. And again, that's a big problem that RW has to address on the D-line. And even in the linebacking core, I mean, you just got to make sure you're covering those gaps because Habibi's going to get inside of them. As we, TD take a 20-point lead. Got to make sure you're getting in those gaps, bringing those linebackers up. It does leave you susceptible to, you know, man coverage, whatever it may be. But, I mean, you just got to try to put in some countermeasures to stop the run game, which TD has certainly shown in their first 5 games, as they did have a bye week. I think it was, yeah, it was last week, in week 3. And this is the last day of week 4, going into week 5 tomorrow. Out to the left side. Demi has Uncle Socom short, but has no time to throw it as Wi-Fi brings down the hammer on Demi, going to get his first sack of the day. Everyone online with a sack now. BB trying to get possibly his first on a blitz here, maybe? As he has been bringing it quite a bit. And yeah, he's going to bring it once again. The center is stopped, and there it is. The caster blessing, if you may, as Habibi gets his first sack of the day, adding to the total of 5 of TD. But now Demi backed up pretty far. I mean, he had the countermeasures installed to, you know, deal with the blitz, but just all in his face. Uncle Socom out to the left side, has the check down if needed, but a big tackle by Klampa just stuffs Uncle Socom there. So Demi probably just going to have to resort to a moonball, with Habibi likely coming in on the rush again. He's going to be cornering himself on the left side, and he's going to be trusting his boy Knox on the left, but it's CJ botting his way to the interception, and that's going to be the 3rd interception of the day, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. 2nd for CJ. Yeah, that's just good work for the line there. They've been putting down pressure all day. As JBK comes through for a nice tackle for loss there. So, you know, a big thing with those rushes is obviously those edges setting the edge. And, oh, Raz falling for the fake comeback once again, and CJ's going to punish him for it big time. Big touchdown, 42 yards. And with 1 minute remaining here in the second quarter, TD is just blasting RW. 3 interceptions from the defense, including a turnover on downs for the defense. They've been stepping it up against this receiving core. RW, they have shown some sparks, but their inability to stop the run and the inability to stop the blitz, too, really has been hurting them a lot. And Demi, though, special teams certainly not hurting them. They've gotten some nice returns, and Demi puts himself at the 44 to start off. Definitely best case scenario for RW. Well, second best case. I guess the best case would be a touchdown. But yeah. Demi dropping back. Uncle Socom on the out route here, but they're going deep. Oh, and it's Knox on top of 2, making the big play. Man, that just shows the trust that Demi has in Knox. Knox got that little bit of room, and Demi just went ham, even though there was double coverage. And, of course, those are the types of play you like to see from a team when they're down. Demi going to fake that throw there, but Alexander coming through unblocked. Well, I mean, yeah, unblocked on that right side. Going to take down Demi. Definitely big for TD. Pushes them back a bit, but RW still with some time here. And Demi just going to drop it off short to Knox. See if he can yak up some people. Going to be able to get 15 yards worth. Bringing it to 3rd and 6 here. RW looking for their second touchdown here. And Demi's got tons of time to make it happen. Passing it out to Knox is going to be converted. The first down's going to be converted. Not quite the touchdown yet. RW's got 13 seconds to do that. Out to the left side. Wi-Fi trying to bust on through with the dive there. Not going to find it. Knox middle of the end zone. Can Demi get the angle? He's going to get the angle. And Knox is going to come down with it. But do they have the time to run another play? No, they do not. It's going to hit halftime. And RW is going to be left very, very sad as that 2-yard gain. Those 2 yards prevented them from getting their second touchdown. And they are down 4 scores going into the kickoff here, where TD's getting the ball and could quite possibly make it 5. But TD absolutely blasting RW as of thus far. Habibi has to get over to the right side as all of his blockers are there, but he does have a nice caravan to get him downfield here. Can he go with it? It's going to get him down to the 42, which is certainly good for TD. Yeah, but if RW wants to win this one, they got to be able to pick up those blitzes better, and they got to make sure they're getting through here on these runs. Bobby Schmerda going to apply some pressure, but wide open, deep is Taylor, but the line leak not going to be hit as it's just over. And also, they got to make sure they're picking up the leaks. I didn't even see Taylor leak. I was too focused on that left side. Yeah, that leak has been a bit problematic. But, and there's CJ over the top of Raz. He's been problematic, and he'll continue to be. Taking it in for his second reception touchdown. Putting his reception yard total at 155 over 4. A nice average there for him, that's for sure. And TD going to go for 2 here with their 5-score lead all but secured. Oh, but JBK coming off furious off that right side. So it will be 40-7 going into RW's first possession of the half. CJ has been burning Raz as of thus far. Giving him a welcome to the GFA moment, I guess you could say. I mean, that matchup is certainly hurting RW. CJ with basically half of TD's yards. And wow, what a move there by Wi-Fi, keeping Demi contained there, even through the slide, 13 yards back. Nice little spin move to get off of JBK and a nice little dive for the sack. Really nice job there, but JBK wide open deep. But CJ actually able to get over him. How did he do it? JBK must have just run out of stam or something, and CJ, over the top, gets another pick. CJ is going off this game. Third one of the day. CJ is certainly warmed up this game. Now out to the left side, CJ over the top of Raz once again, but he beat me way too far back. Going to go for the check down, and is going to get a yard gain. Now, almost risky dive there, but it was so close to the sideline. It was just... Clamp was not getting anywhere, though. But still, nice effort for the game. And pass out to the left side. CJ's going to be securing the 13 yards there and the first down. Now, BB. Dropping back, has Wi-Fi on the lineman streak, can pass to him down the seam, but not going to do it. He's going to take the run. Man, not trusting his man Wi-Fi. You hate to see it. Not even after that big sack. Despicable. Also a fun stat. On 10 passes, Habibi has 30 yards and wide open, going to get 31 more as Jim takes that one into the end zone. They were so worried about the run, they just forgot about that simple streak up the sideline, and that is just a simple mistake that cannot be made. Miscommunication there from RW, and TD will be taking another 2-point try after their 7th touchdown. It's going to be incomplete once again. Clampa there, but just to the outside of him. So now 46-7. TD certainly feeling good about this score. Heavily favored, like 99% chance of winning the game, but maybe RW can make a miracle happen. And Taylor going to run down Demi there, so shut down their hot streak of destruction in the special teams game. That means, he's just got to take some deep shots and hope his dreams come true, but blocked up by his own line there is Alexander from the right side. Just burning them. You know, putting everyone in 4-3 just makes it seem like there's 3 edges coming at you. And they hardly even need a nose tackle here. As Demi out to the left side going to pass Knox underneath, and that's going to find him. Back to the middle of the field after an 18-yard loss. Going to find an 18-yard gain. Out to the right side. Wi-Fi trying to come off the edge there. Not going to find anything. Pretty good coverage, but Knox able to get underneath CJ and make some yak happen. 16-yard gain there for him. And again, Knox has been very, very well. I mean, they just picked him up, and he's already thrown right into the action. 184 yards, over 10 receptions, and -5 rush yards from the failed running back attempt, but still. Trying to run a deep route on CJ, though. CJ just holding that S key and that line, I mean, has been just chopping away at Demi's sanity. All CJ has to do is hold S key, hold them to a few short gains, and it's fine if they give up a touchdown or two. Bend, don't break. As a wise man once said. It's going to be a 7-yard run up the right side. They got to start shooting downfield soon if they want to possibly win this game. And they're going to have to stop TD, I think, 6 times, which is pretty nutty. If they do that, that'll be pretty nutty. But, you know. We'll see if it's all what ifs or other stuff. But, oh, Wi-Fi coming back from behind. I wasn't even far back enough to see him. Again, a lot of these sacks just surprising Demi from behind. He thinks he has more time than he does, but his TD line showing him that he's on a bit of a timer. And it's not the timer he's on. JBK wide open coming around the right side, but he's not even going to get it. And that's Uncle SOCOM. That's not even JBK. Because that's Jerome Bettis, not JBK Knuckles. JBK Knuckles. JB Knuckles. And yeah, another turnover on downs, and this might just be TD's game. Jim Burn knocks over the top there, but BB not going to throw it. Clamp on the comeback here, going to receive that one. Jerome dives at it, doesn't find it. It's going to be a 25-yard gain for Clampa, spreading out the ball between his receivers. It's the most I think he's ever thrown to a running back, which is pretty cool. Got to give love to the Clampa and the running back crew. CJ coming across on the in here. And this play is just developing pretty hard, but Habibi just going to elect to throw that one into the drink. Making it 2nd and 10 here at the end of the 3rd quarter. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear me or see me. I think we're good. Well, obviously you can't see me, but hopefully you guys can see the stream. Super sorry about that. It looks like there's just a little bit of a dip in my connection, but we are back now, and you guys did miss a Clampa touchdown. Very sorry about that, but you guys didn't miss a 2-point conversion, as one did not happen. And we are at 52. Once again, if there's one thing that TD has struggled with, it has been 2-pointers. But other than that, really dominant today. And Wi-Fi getting another sack off that left side. Demi taking a good pressure. Pass off to Knox. Going to try and get something here. Gain of 5. Another bolster to Knox's yardage. We should be all set. Yeah, okay. And again, sorry about that, everyone. Out to the left side. I can't even go further back to see Demi. But he is back there, and he is now up here. As Knox trying to get open on that right side. Going to go with the crossbody pass, but a bit of communication. A bit of miscommunication, rather, there from Raz and Demi. As Raz cuts right when Demi throws it, and he's going to be throwing another pick. And that finds the hands of Gucci for his 2nd interception. Bringing the total on the day for TD to 5. And the BB just going to be likely running this one to run out the time. But a big win for TD. if this score does go through. And I mean, with 3 minutes left, obviously, it is basically a secured TDW. Can Wi-Fi win this one? No, it's going to be over his head. He doesn't back up all the way. I'm sure TD is flaming him hard right now. Yep, Wi-Fi almost stick to blocking. Alright, well, unfortunately, Wi-Fi did not catch that one. Maybe that's why he didn't throw it in before. Sag. Yeah, Jim with the 10-yard gain. And honestly, TD just outplaying RW this game. Certainly outplaying him on the line. RW did get through a couple of times, but a good amount of those were tackles for losses as well, rather than sacks. Out to the left side, going to find the hands of Clampa. Well, ultimately, Dragoons beating them in sacks 10-5. And they certainly did put down a lot of pressure. 5 interceptions, 2-0. Habibi keeping a clean slate throughout the game. Looking very nice today. 390 on 15 attempts. Demi gonna get a nice TFL there. But ultimately, TD getting their second win as they attempt to rally back here and possibly turn around their season. That has gone a bit awry just because of a lot of hard games in their schedule. Having to face K9, getting beat around by them quite a bit. Having to face PO, which did actually go pretty smoothly for them. 41-42. It was not smooth in the kicking department, but certainly did do pretty well. In the passing game, Clampa definitely stepped up. And overall, TD showed some promise. And, you know, they're earning respect in the league for that. CJ with a nice 15-yard gain there as he attempts to push 200 yards. Yeah, obviously TD's still going to have to work for a potential playoff spot in their division. BB going to test Wi-Fi once again, and that is going to find his hands, and he's getting a touchdown in this game as well. BB really spreading out the ball. Just needs to get Alexander, and everyone has a reception in this one. And RW, they do have some edges to smooth out, and they are going to get that 2-point conversion. There you go. Obviously have some edges to smooth out, and you can't expect RW to be perfect in their first, even few GFA games. I mean, just picking up the spot from Pride, they do have some Pride players, but other than that, it's basically a new roster. You know, JBK coming in, Demi at quarterback, most obviously, Knox coming in as well. I think Bobby was on Pride, if I'm not mistaken. Raz coming in as well. And it's a lot of work to kind of rebuild a team, both from a communication standpoint and cohesiveness standpoint. So RW, they do have some big mountains ahead of them, but if they can ultimately overcome them, they can end up being a great team. Now, Demi has that QB experience. Everyone in this game certainly has a good amount of experience. And we'll see what it takes them, or where it takes them, rather, further down the line. Demi dropping back here. Not really with any targets. Going to chuck it up on that right side, but it is going to find its way out of bounds, and we'll be looking at 4th and 10 here. Okay, I keep seeing the stream as disconnected thing whenever I go back into slob, so I just keep thinking that I'm disconnected, which is a bit scary, but we're chilling. Demi once again looking around, finding Uncle SOCOM, and that time he will be across for the first down conversion. And out to the right side. Going to be taken down by Wi-Fi. He is just running up his sacks this game. 5 sacks on the board for him and Alexander. Habibi and Taylor both finding 1 in this one. It's going to make it 2nd and 25. Taylor almost getting it off the rip. Wi-Fi almost getting it there as well. Raz open underneath there, but again, Demi's on that timer on the left side. And that's going to make it 3rd and 29. What a day so far for TD. They will have to face Royals in this next game. Just going to do a bit of plugging here. If you do want to watch some more Gridiron and you have the time to stick around, we will be watching, and I'll be casting Royals against TD at 10 o'clock. So make sure to stick around for that if you are leaving. I thank you very much for coming out to the broadcast. I've been Aiden the Funny. Make sure to follow for, you know, that delicious content and casting. And make sure to come out to Through the Uprights at 7 p.m. every Monday, where we talk everything GFA, run through the season, though so far, and, you know, have a nice little chat. So if you're interested in podcasts and GFA stuff, make sure to come out to that. Not sure if I'll be doing it this week, but in terms of next, oh, well, definitely not next week because I have a final that day, but in terms of in 2 weeks, we will be doing it. So make sure to come out to it if you want to. And, yeah. I'll also be casting in about 15 minutes, so if you want to hear me cast again, come and watch the Royals game. Yeah. But in terms of me casting throughout the next week, it will likely be a bit hard just because I got finals coming up. So, oh, what a catch there by Alexander. He is different from the center position. Built different. And he's going to make it so that everyone receives a catch except Habibi. And they're just going to actually go for the extra point here, rather than a 2-point to bring it to 67-7. Absolute domination from TD. And Rogue Warrior moves to 0-8. While Dragoons look to begin their win streak today. And we'll see them try to maintain it, as they have begun it, against Royals. Well, yeah. Make sure to come out to Through the Uprights if you can. I'll make sure to, like, post something about it. 1st and 10 out to the right. Wi-Fi puts down some pressure on a BB. Just going to pick that one off. Looked like a throwaway, but that's going to give TD another chance to run up the score just a bit. BB now dropping back, looking around as Clampa open on the left side. Not going to find him. Uncle So come over the top there to help stop anyway. 9 seconds on the clock. BB probably going to have to take another deep shot. Stepping up the pocket there. Wi-Fi like trying to stop him there or something. Going to toss it to Clampa once again. And what a dot to the left side. And sorry, that wasn't Clampa. That looked like Clampa's skin. That was CJ on the left side going to get 200 yards on the day. And with 2 seconds left, that will be the last play of the game. BB going to be kicking it up. Kicking it through the uprights to make it 74-7. Big win for the TD squad and a much needed one. And the kickoff to the middle. They're just gonna not wait it out, so actually they'll call the timeout and likely take another shot to the end, so maybe unlonging the game. So this will actually be the last play. Demystify dropping back. Probably going to test the left side here. Tosses it deep. It's a deep ball, and it's going to find the hands of CJ, giving him a pick to add to the stat line. And here are your final stats, ladies and gentlemen, as I go to change around the scoreboard here, as we will have to go into this next match with the Royals. But yeah, I mean, MVP of this game, I mean, it's a close competition between CJ and Habibi, because they both certainly did work. Habibi keeping a clean slate, definitely important to the victory. But CJ just doing so much both defensively and offensively. I mean, you just gotta give it to him. And doing a great job overall. I don't know why I made it Royal instead of Royals. Guess has the same effect, but... Yeah, really nice job by TD. But that's going to be it for now. We'll go into an intermission, and I'll come back in just a bit. But, again, make sure to follow if you're new. Also, plug the Twitter in the chat, as well as the YouTube. GG Charlemagne.